everybody and welcome to this club guide video for Rookie, Pro and Expert and Master Division in the Christmas Links tournament. I'm going to give you my advice in which clubs that I do believe is going to be the best for you to use in the tournament. So first and foremost, this video is sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic, and something that we do need to have in mind here is that this is a general club guide, and sometimes the clubs that are suggested are not like in the way that you have it in your bag. You maybe do not have the big dog unlocked, you maybe do not have the backbone unlocked, but the thing that you need to focus on here is what we do need as an attribute. Do we need distance? Do we need curl? Do we need backspin? Or do we need accuracy? Those are the things that are the most important to know, and stuff that we then pick our clubs from. So we're going to start off by looking at the Rookie Division. Rookie Division, we do have on tour number 5 the World Links. You can find all of them there. It's 9 holes of the Nordic Fjords, which all of them are new holes. So it's exciting to play new holes, but also make it very tough. So hole number 1, I suggest the extra mile or the big topper. It all comes down to the wind. If we do have tailwind, I would go with the extra mile, using a power 3 ball to go directly over to the last piece of fairway, using the distance that we do have on the extra mile. If we do have headwind or crosswind, I would go with the big topper bouncing on the island before, with the enormous topspin that the big topper is having. Hole number 2, we don't need anything else than accuracy and ball guideline here as the best attributes. Then the Viper is going to be the best club in my opinion. Sniper would work of course as well, and other clubs as well, but you choose the club that do have the best accuracy and ball guide. Hole number 3, here we do need a wood club with as much distance as possible, and here the big dog is the most common one for Rookie Division that you do have unlocked, and that doesn't really matter what type of level you have it in. It's just important the distance, that you do have more than 170 yards as power, then combined with some topspin, that is going to really help. Hole 4, backbone, you can play with whatever long iron here. The reason I have backbone here is because of the accuracy and ball guideline here with the backbone, so we can in an easy way put ourselves on the green. Hole number 5, a par 5, here it's the big dog again. We do need distance, aka power, as a stat, and then that is going to be very important with power, but also with some topspin to work with. Hole number 6, here we do have the big topper and the backbone. It all comes down to the wind. If we do have some tailwind, we can use the big topper, bounce on the second piece of island, then we can bounce ourselves very close to the green, if not on green. Then when it comes to having headwind, crosswind, then we need to play it up safe, and then we have a long iron towards the pin, and then you play with a long iron that you do prefer playing with. The backbone, most common one, and that's the one that I would suggest. Hole number 7, the backbone here as well. As for both like the same as hole number 4, the holes are pretty much the same in terms of structure. Like we bounce on an island up towards the green, then it's better to have a good accuracy and a good ball guideline to really help ourselves go towards the pin. Hole number 8, here we come to the big topper again. The big topper is featured actually the first time ever on all the par 4s here in Rookie, and the big topper is going to be the club here that we do bounce on the fairway and try to bounce ourselves directly towards the green. And then it doesn't really matter if we do have a wind in our face, or we have a wind in our back, or crosswind. Then we have to pick the ball from that. If we do have wind in our face, we need to play with a power 3 ball. A crosswind, tailwind, we can play basically with whatever ball we want. Hole number 9, the big dog here as well. The big dog, as for that, is the club for Rookie Division players that do mostly have the most power combined with topspin. So ladies and gentlemen, that was a Rookie Division, and now we're going to go and look at Pro and Expert. And first we will have to have in mind that I haven't been playing these holes from the second tee. And this is an estimation, and this is a guideline for me by playing these holes from third tee with lower leveled clubs than that. With my best clubs, but also in when it comes to Rookie Division, where I played with lower level clubs to put myself in the spot where I would be if I would be playing from the second tee. So have that in mind when we go into the tournament. We cannot practice the Nordic Fjords from the second tee on any tour. But we're going to start with hole number 1. Here we do need a driver with a lot of distance, like power and topspin. Thor's Hammer or the Apocalypse is most of the times those clubs that are featured. And I would take a Thor's Hammer level 5 over an Apocalypse level 3 for an example. But those clubs is going to be the ones to choose between. Hole number 2, Sniper or the Guardian. You decide. We're going to play with a wood club. Accuracy and ball guide is important, but also the backspin attribute on the Guardian could be really good with some strong crosswind to just put it on the left side of the green to make it just stay there, so we're not putting ourselves in any problems hitting the rough by using the Sniper. So you decide what you feel is going to be best for you for hole number 2. Hole number 3. Here's the same as for Rookie, and it's the same for it's going to be in Master Division. We do need power and we do need topspin. The Big Dog or the Cataclysm, depending on which one you have in a better level. But if you have the Big Dog in level 7 and you have your Cataclysm level 3, then you go with the Big Dog. If you do have the Big Dog in level 7, you have the Cataclysm level 4, you play with the Cataclysm. So always the Cataclysm if you do have it in level 4 plus. Hole number 4, the same thing here. Sniper, Guardian. Important here is to not have a Guardian in a lower level, because with some cases would be needed to use some curl here, and then the Sniper's curl is going to be very, very good. But many of the cases we are not going to be needed to use that much curl that we do have with the Sniper, as the Guardian still have around 50 in curl. But accuracy, ball guideline is good, but I'm putting Sniper and the Guardian and let you decide which one you feel most comfortable with playing. Hole number 5, the Big Dog or the Cataclysm, same structure as hole 3. If you do have the Big Dog level 7 and the Cataclysm level 3 and below, then you play with a Big Dog. If you do have the Cataclysm level 4 plus, then you play with a Cataclysm no matter what level you have your Big Dog in. Hole number 6, then we do have the Apocalypse and the Goliath. It's the same here. If we do have Tailwind, we can actually go green here. And then we do need a club with at most power as possible, and that could be the Apocalypse. That could also be the extra mile for you if you have a lower level Apocalypse. So be very clear with like that you need to use the one with the most power. Necessarily not the Apocalypse, could be Thor's Hammer or the extra one, but with the lack of space here on the picture, then I want to be very clear with that. If we do not get to be able to go to the green, like we don't have Tailwind, then we go and play ourselves forward. Then we play with the wood club, with the long iron that we feel most comfortable with, which in my case is the Goliath, but can also be the Saturn, it can be the Backbone. Hole number 7, here we have Sniper and the Guardian again. The same thing for all the other 2 par 3s. Very important that we play with the one that we prefer playing with the most. Accuracy and ball guideline is always preferred when it is a par 3. So I'm going with the Sniper, but I know there's a bunch of players out there that love playing with the Guardian instead of the Sniper, then you pick the Guardian. Hole number 8, here you can see I'm featuring the 3 main drivers, Extra Mile, Thor's Hammer, Apocalypse. The thing that I do want here is that you use the club with the most power. If we do have crosswind or tailwind, we can put ourselves very close to the green, if not on the green directly. If we do have headwind, we need to lay up. We lay up either left or right, and then we have a long iron / short iron towards the pin. So you decide when we see the wind on Monday. Hole number 9, for the other par 5s, Big Dog or the Cataclysm, we do need power, we do need topspin. Again, Big Dog in level 7. Then we pick that one above the Cataclysm level 3 below. And if we do have the Cataclysm level 4 plus, we choose the Cataclysm. So then we do have Pro and Expert, and now we come to Master. Master, you can practice on tour number 11, the Voyager Tour. And it's very tough holes from the third tee. Of course, there is opportunities, but there is a lot of risks to be taken as we do have a lot of water. So we're going to start with hole number 1, the same as for the for Pro and Expert. We do need the club with the most power and the most topspin at the same time. Here we can go for green with tailwind and the Berserker Ball. We can definitely land this one very nicely on the green. But have in mind again, like all the areas around the fairway and the rough is basically water. So that we need to have in mind. Headwind, we lay up, and then we can play with whatever driver. Hole number 2, the quarterback or the rocket. It depends on how you want to play this hole. If you do want to bounce before, then we play with the quarterback. Then we rely on the ball guideline and the accuracy. If we do have the rocket in level 10, we can use the enormous backspin of 98 in stat number of the rocket, and we can go directly onto the green and make a very safe and easy birdie. We'll see what we're going to do when the tournament starts. Hole number 3, distance is needed. Here I would say, if you play in Master, most of the players in Master have a Cataclysm in level 4+, and then we choose the Cataclysm. Otherwise we play with a big dog. Hole number 4, sniper or the quarterback, depends on what type of ball you're going to play with. If you play with a power 3 ball, we are going to play with a sniper. If you play with a power 1, power 0 ball with more wind resistance, then we're going to play with a driver. And that's important. I'm going to play with a driver. I'm going to play with a more wind resistant ball and less power. But there is those of you and those of us that like, for example, my second account, I don't have anything else than Kingmakers there. Then I'm going to play with a wood club there most of the time. Depending on the wind, of course, if we do have a massive headwind, we're most likely going to be playing with a driver anyway, even with a Kingmaker. Hole number 5, here again, Cataclysm with level 4+. Hole number 6, B52 or the Goliath. Here is, I would have to say that first and foremost, if we do have tailwind, we can go green on this par 4. We can go green on every par 4 with tailwind. But if we do picture ourselves with any other type of wind, then we lay up. We play with the long iron that do give us that we do prefer playing with. It's either the B52 or the Goliath for me, but it could also be the Saturn, could be the backbone, depending on what you feel comfortable with going with. Hole number 7, the sniper or the quarterback, again, depends on the wind and depends on the ball, but pick both of them in your bag so you are prepared. Hole number 8, here we do need power and topspin to not necessarily to make a safe birdie, but to maybe go directly towards the green. And then we choose the Thor's Hammer or the Apocalypse. Sure, if you don't have any of them in a decent level and you play with an XMI level 8, then you go with an XMI level 8. Lower levels than that, and I wouldn't suggest you to play Master at all, honestly. Hole number 9, we do have the big dog or the Cataclysm. Same thing here, we do need power, we do need topspin. Cataclysm if you have it in level 4+, otherwise the big dog. If you do want to get the updated text guides or maybe the text guides already, check out patreon.com/golf-tommy. In the end, this is going to be a very nice mix of tournament holes. We do have the par 3s if we take all the divisions now. The par 3s, which is like a, in my opinion, it's going to be more birdies than it's going to be hole-in-ones and pars, but there is opportunities for an hole-in-one. The wind is going to be very interesting and exciting there. The par 4s, we need to eagle 1 or 2 out of the 3, I would say. Sure, if we do have headwind on all of them, then that is going to be tougher. But if we do have as the wind that we are having lately, then we're going to see at least tailwind on 1 or 2 of them. And then we need to eagle those holes, in my opinion. The par 5, very tough, very long. Be happy getting away with an eagle on them. The drive is so crucial to get on the fairway, and then you need to have a club with distance for the second shot so you can reach for the green. Thank you so much for watching this club guide video for Rookie, Pro and Expert and Master Division for the Christmas Links Tournament and the Nordic Fjords. Again, if you do have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, and the video here is sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemics. Good luck in the Christmas Links Tournament.